don't start Amazon FBA at the moment. It is a terrible time to start an Amazon FBA business, or any business for that matter. Now, that is something you're probably going to hear a lot of over the next few weeks and months as the UK economy and many other leading economies in the world head into recession. And you're probably already seeing the news articles such as this, that the UK may already be in recession. And I agree with that. We pretty much are in recession. We're just waiting for it to be official. So you'll see a lot of people being risk off and not wanting to take the chance on starting a business. So in this video, I want to discuss why potentially it might actually be a fantastic time to start an Amazon FBA business or another business. And we're going to look back what's happened in the past, discuss what happens during recessions and how that may impact you, and also starting an Amazon FBA business. So of course, on top of heading into a recession, we've got inflation out of control, around about 10% in the UK at the moment, but really it's probably higher than that for most people's pockets, and interest rates are climbing fast as well, which again is going to hit the amount of money that consumers have to spend in retail environments. So should we be worried as Amazon sellers, or should you be worried if you're thinking about starting an Amazon FBA business? Well, my gut feeling is no. I think actually it is a fantastic opportunity. The timing now is a great time to start a business, and that's what I'm going to try and explain over the next few minutes. So there are a few things that happen in recessions, and I can only talk about my own experience of the big one in 2007, 8, 9 with the global financial crisis. That's the only one I have kind of living experience of, and I'm sure that's true of many people that subscribe to this channel, as I know generally most of the people that subscribe to this channel are about my age or younger. We do have a few older members, I'm sure will chip in the comments of experience of previous recessions as well. So one of the things you'll hear is that there will be job losses. So at the moment, UK employment is actually very, very good. The employment rate is 3.6%, which is fantastic, really. Now, you could make arguments about the quality of those jobs and the types of those jobs, but for now, let's just focus on the overall percentage. But if we go back to 2007 here, you can see, again, unemployment was nice and low, and then as the recession came, unemployment went up. So people started losing their jobs. Businesses went bust, businesses had to cut back, so people started to lose their jobs. And despite the fact unemployment is low at the moment, we are expecting to see job losses as the recession deepens and we head into recession fully. So if that does happen, do you want to be at the whim of your employee, or do you want to start taking action now so that if down the line you do lose your job, maybe you've already got a side income established, or maybe a sizable side income established that will allow you to actually sack them instead of them sacking you. So employment is going to be part of this recession. That is highly likely. So starting an Amazon FBA business or another side hustle business could be a great way of helping to mitigate the risk that you may face, especially if you don't have a lot of confidence in your employer and the business that they currently run. Now, the second thing that you'll hear about in recession, and this follows on from the unemployment, is that businesses start to close, businesses start to go bust. And I'm sure you guys have seen the energy news that a lot of businesses are struggling with energy costs. So I do expect a lot of businesses to close, especially retail businesses, because they're going to be paying additional energy costs, and also consumer spending is going to be hit. So with that in mind, why would you even consider starting a retail business? Well, let's go back to the global financial crisis in 2008 and let's see what happened to Amazon. So this is an article from The Guardian. The article is more than 12 years old. I can't believe it's been that long since the global financial crisis. Amazon bust through recession with profit surge. So it says here, high street shops may have been struggling to make ends meet during the recession, but online retailer Amazon surprised financial experts on Thursday with a remarkable increase in profits. So Amazon actually did okay during the last recession. I say the last recession, the one before last, because also we had kind of a mini recession during COVID. And guess what happened then? Amazon tripled their profits during COVID. So times that are traditionally bad for traditional businesses seem to actually be good opportunity for Amazon and Amazon sellers. Because if you think about it, the businesses that are going to get hit the most are the ones that are least efficient and the ones with the biggest overheads. Whereas companies like Amazon, they are so streamlined, they pay their staff the absolute minimum. When they're struggling, they pass on all of the cost to us, private sellers, and we basically fund the issues they're having. So I expect Amazon to continue to do well, even if there is pretty much a global recession and consumer spending really tightens up. And if you look over the past year, we might have been seeing raging inflation, but all of the big companies are making more profits than ever. So we might feel poor, but the big companies are still making an awful lot of profits. And there's always going to be people that continue to buy. People are still going to need to buy the necessities. And Amazon, as more and more traditional high street shops close, Amazon are going to soak up that business. More and more people are going to be buying online. They're going to want to save money on fuel, go into the local town centre. They want to spend money on parking. Instead, they're just going to buy it on Amazon. And they're used to doing it because they've been doing it for the past few years due to COVID and everyone being in lockdown. And if you need any more proof, this is Amazon international sales. So this includes Amazon UK all the way back to 2002. And you can see here, the global financial crisis didn't hit them at all. And the pandemic actually gave them an above curve peak. And we're just coming back down now. And I expect this curve here to continue inclining there, but after this kind of big surge from the COVID lockdown. So Amazon are doing very well. And Amazon has more customers than ever. So there is still a massive marketplace there. Starting an Amazon FBA business is still a great opportunity to make money, even heading into the difficult times that are coming in the coming months and potentially coming years. And just one final piece of good news, which I covered in last week's videos. The container prices, the freight costs are continuing to come down. So importing products from China is going to become cheaper and cheaper. So going back all the way to April, May 21, about 18 months ago, this is the best opportunity to start an Amazon FBA business, as your overheads will be lower than it would have been at any point during the last 18 months, as you won't have to spend an absolute fortune on import costs. So if Amazon FBA sounds like it's something that's of interest to you, head over to fbaelite.com. We've got lots of forums over there that are completely free, covering all areas of Amazon FBA. We've also got a resource section with various things that will help you with your Amazon FBA business, lots of templates and discounts that you guys can use. And of course, we've got a link to the course itself. But what I'm going to do now is pop up a video showing you guys the best method that you can use to find products to sell on Amazon. So if you're thinking about starting an Amazon FBA business, definitely give that a watch, as that will help you find your first product. And I'll see you guys on the forums.